serious notes, welcome to the video. In today's video, that's my baby, she's iconic, iPhone case, lip gloss on it. Okay, I'm joking. In today's in today's video, we're going to be talking about things or pay basically in this video. I feel like I've been posting a lot on my social media about like my journey and stuff, but like I haven't really given like a background story or why or which agency I used or my experience, whatever. And a lot of people have been like commenting on my social media, especially like on my TikTok. I've been getting, well, I'm new to TikTok and stuff, but anyway, I've been getting comments and stuff of people asking me, even on my Instagram, like people asking me like, which agency did you use? You really came here for? I'm using salicylic acid, but I'm gonna start using the niacinamide first. The reason why I became an au pair, so okay, my mother was a teacher for like a lot of years. She taught everybody like in my family, community, like everybody knows her and stuff. And I've always just been around children my entire life. She also used to help at a church and stuff. And like a lot of my family members are teachers. The train. And a lot of my family members are also teachers. So like I've just always been around children. I've always liked children, but like I never thought that I would actually go into childcare basically. So yeah, I thought about it and stuff. I've always wanted to be an au pair, like, become an au pair. I've been talking about it for years and years and nobody took me serious until last year. I was like, you know what, I'm actually really gonna do this because I feel like I'm just stuck. Okay, so I studied in 2020 to 2020, like 3 and stuff. It wasn't really for me. I thought it was for me, but like it wasn't. I was doing public relations, and the sad part about it is that I was 3 modules away from graduating. And every single time I think about that, like I just get so sad because I felt like, although it seemed like so close to be at the end, but it just felt so hard for me. Like it felt so hard for me. Like, I'm not gonna blame COVID and stuff, but like I don't know, maybe after COVID I realized that I just don't want to do this anymore and stuff, but I just kept on doing it because my family was paying a lot of money for me to study and stuff. So it is hard for me to just come up and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. So anyway, I think I took a break in 2023, I'm not sure, 2023 or 2024, I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, I took a break and then I went to go work. This is sunscreen. I went to go work in retail. I worked at Edgar's. That year was like the best year of my life, to be honest. The job, obviously, like the retail will always be retail, but the people that I met, oh my goodness, those people are the best people that I've ever met in my life. And to this day, I feel like if I didn't leave studying and go and work that job, I would be so miserable. I was like friends with people who are like in their 40s. Abantu abomama basemakhaya like became my friends. I met people who played such a big role in my life. They're like the most intelligent people are there, the most kindest people are there. Within the job, I started to feel stuck also. So like everything that I did, I would hit a point where I felt stuck because I wasn't really happy with what I was doing. So like I would try something and then I would be happy for that like specific time, but then afterwards it'd be like, no, you need a change. You know this is not what you want to do. So anyway, I think like in August, I was like, okay, fine, yeah, whatever. I don't know, something happened at work or whatever. I got frustrated and I was like, Yazin, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm definitely leaving or whatever. It wasn't with my co-worker. It was obviously like probably management or whatever, because my co-workers and I, we got along so well. Even when I left and stuff, like they did the most for me. I love those people. Anyway, I think August hit and I was like, I'm filling in this copy. Oh, I searched, oh no, look at how God works. I don't know if you're a believer or not, but anyway, I am. I was on Instagram, I think like in August or whatever. July, August or whatever. I was on Instagram just looking at stuff and College Au Pairs popped up on my thing. On my Instagram, College Au Pairs, I got accepted and stuff, and I finished my application within I think 2 weeks. Like every single day, I went to the library to go fill in my application and do things. And I was like so serious because maybe like those, and at that time at work, they started cutting our hours because apparently the company needed to save money, whatever, all those things. So that I was happy with that because that actually gave me an opportunity to go and fill out my applications. So then I started filling out my applications and stuff, and then I finished it within 2 weeks. Firstly, if you're trying to become an au pair, please be serious. Do you have a passport? If you don't have a passport and you're watching this video, go and do your passport now. And after you do your passport, if you want to come to Europe, please get your unabridged certificate. Get your unabridged certificate. If you don't know what it is, search it, Google it now, go on TikTok, whatever. Search it and do it now because mine took 6 months to come back because of complications and stuff. And what if you match with the host family or whatever, or like your application process takes like maybe like, let's just say like a month. If you're lucky, like everything goes within a month. You match with the family within like your first thing, and then now you don't have your unabridged certificates. What you gonna do? Because that thing takes long. So like the sooner you get that out the way, the better that it is for you. Get your unabridged certificate first and get your police clearance as soon as you can. So yeah, anyway, we're moving on to makeup. So yeah, that's just how it happened, and that's my story of how I became an au pair. And I am a month on the 4th of August, sorry, I'm going to be 2 months in. Can you believe that I'm going to be 2 months in on the 4th? So on the 4th of every month is my anniversary. I'm so happy that I did it, and I'm so I wouldn't say I'm angry that I didn't do it sooner, because I feel like if I had done it sooner, then I wouldn't have matched with the family that I have now. And the crazy story about all of this actually is my friend Judy, I'm sure you've seen her in the vlogs and stuff. I actually had an interview with her house family, and we didn't match. And then she had a interview with them, and then she ended up with them. And then the other day, like she invited me to her house and stuff, and we were talking, and they're like, oh, we remember you from the interviews and stuff. And I was like, yeah. And it worked out so perfectly because what she is getting from her host family is the exact thing that she needs, and what I'm getting from my host family is the exact thing that I need. Like, it's just so crazy how things can just fall into place without you even knowing. Like, once again, you might think that you have a plan, but like God is looking down at you and he's like, no, that's not what I want for you. I want something bigger and I want something better. Because like, oh, I remember that actually I think it took like 4 interviews for me to get a match with a host family. Because I told myself, as soon as like all my documents and stuff was, yo girl, let me tell you about actually, before we get into all of that, let me tell you about my unabridged certificate, my story, and why I'm saying that as soon as you find out that you want to become an au pair, please go and do your unabridged certificate, because mine actually took 6 months. Okay, let me tell you what happened, right? I did mine through a courier company or whatever, and it took 6 months to get back because firstly, I didn't include a cover letter. I didn't know, like, okay, my agency gave me like all the steps that you need to do and stuff, and they gave me like the correct information and the correct instruction and stuff, but I don't know, like, and I was just saying this, I always say this to my mother, I was like, would it even be my life if things don't go wrong? Like, I don't expect anything in my life to ever just go smoothly. I would never ever expect, something must always go wrong first before things work out for me, or else I must be like the last in the race, or the process to get there must be like long, or something about just me like just not doing it like on time, like my timing or whatever, or as fast as I think it should be done, or as soon as I think that it's going right. Like, there's gonna be something. That's just me, and that's just my life, and I've accepted it. But anyway, I forgot to include a cover letter, and I was just chilling at home and whatever, and my family kept on asking me what's going on, and I was like, no, I'm still waiting for Darko, Hey sis, okay, right? Then I met with a family. The pressure starts to build on, because I completely forgot about this unabridged certificate. Mind you, it was my unabridged certificate and my letter of non-impediments, which is like a letter to say that you are single and you don't have children. I applied for both of those at Home Affairs, and That process was so long, and then it was taking forever to come back, and I was busy living my life. I'm going overseas. I forgot about it. I'm forgetting that that's a main part of me being able to go overseas. Anyway, I met with a family, and now all of a sudden, I start doing interviews, and I remember I'm like, my unabridged certificates. And then I'm like stressing, and my agency is also telling me like, you need to have your unabridged certificate first because like you cannot leave the country unless you have your I start stressing. I'm sending emails to DERCO and stuff. They're not replying. I start googling phone numbers on the internet of DERCO. Like every single time I try and phone, there's like an Afrikaans lady speaking there, and I don't know what she's saying. Like, oh girl, I was crying and crying. And then every time I Google a number, they will give me like someone else's number that you need to call. And then when I call that person, they tell me, you need to call this person. And then they give me the number. It was so tedious. And finally I got through to them and stuff, and they were like, baby girl, you didn't add a cover letter. This document has been sitting here for like over 6 months, and we were supposed to help you. We were supposed to get this document back within like 6 weeks, because I think I sent it in like September the 1st, around that time or whatever. No, not September, October or so, or November 27, 23, around there. And then they were like, you're actually supposed to get it back at the end of November, because the process was actually so fast back then. But then it was just sitting there, and it had almost because when they have your documents for 6 months without like any communication, or they're only allowed to have your documents for 6 months. So if they have it over 6 months, they burn it or dispose of it or whatever. So it is over 6 months, and the lady was like, you know what, you only had like a few more days. If you didn't phone, or if you didn't get through to us or whatever, we were gonna actually have to destroy your documents. And I was like, oh. And we all know how long Home Affairs takes, and how long you have to wait in those lines, and how slow everything is. So like I was busy crying, and I was like, thank you to the lady on the phone and stuff. I was actually going through it. That's my story about my unabridged certificates and stuff. So if you want to become an au pair, go and get your unabridged certificate done right now. Just go and do your passport. You can even do it through your bank. I think it's easier and it's faster through your bank. I did mine, I think in 2023 when we were going on a cruise or whatever. I did mine, and then mine was actually fast because I went through like a Home Affairs agents or whatever, if that's what they're called. But girl, yeah, and then that's what happened. So but I've been extremely happy. Like I've been doing things that I never ever thought I would do. Like I don't know, I just look at life differently and stuff. And yeah, I think that's also, I'm just so fulfilled with everything, and like how my life is going and stuff. Yeah, if I had done this sooner, I would have been so happy, and I feel like I would have found myself sooner also, because being around your family, I think I was talking to my friend Judy about this also, because being around your family, yeah, it's nice and all, but you also need an opportunity to grow on your own and find out who you are without your family. Because I was also talking to her about this, about religion. My host family that I stay with, they're not religious, and I am. I wouldn't say I'm religious, I would say I'm more spiritual. So I feel like also being put in this situation where you are religious, and then the people that you stay with are not religious, that's also like God trying to test your faith to see if you are religious, or was it just because, or did you just go to church because your family went to church? Did you just pray because your family prayed, so you thought that this was the right thing to do? So yeah, a lot of things are changing. I'm learning a lot about myself when it comes to just me being on my own. Who am I individually, like without me always being with my family? Who is Luanda as an individual without her being in an environment that she knows and that she's comfortable in? Like I feel like I've grown a lot as a person within like 1 month, and I've discovered a lot of things about myself also, and I'm extremely proud of the person that I've become and yet to become, if that's the word. But like, yeah, I think I'm gonna make another more detailed video about I don't even know how this makeup looks on camera, but in person it's eating. I think I'm gonna make another video about like what documents you need, the process and stuff like that, because this video just took a whole nother turn. I didn't think that it was gonna turn out like this, but I turned into something else that wasn't expected. Okay, anyway, now I'm going to use some setting spray. This is basically just a get ready with me video at this point. These two cards to fan my makeup. This is actually my card from my colleagues. They all wrote letters and messages for me in here when I was leaving. I miss those guys so much. I really do. Just miss them a lot. Okay, next we are going to move on to this. I feel like this just looks so good. Like, bangles have the ability to make any simple outfit look boom. And then these are the earrings that I'm gonna pair them with. I think I bought these. I feel like this is just so cute, although it's like nice and simple, but as I said, the jewelry like just puts it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time, probably still in the same outfit because I'm going to make this video like right now. Bye.